You're watching the latest here on Free Press Journal. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. It's been 6 years since Article 370, the constitutional provision that granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir, was scrapped by the Indian government. On 5th of August 2019 is when this decision was taken. The move literally reshaped the political and administrative future of the region overnight. But what has changed in 6 years? What are the questions that still linger on? Some important aspects of the abrogation we want to discuss today, because clearly here is an issue that has come alive now, especially after the Pahalgam attack. Many are questioning whether the normalcy that was promised was actually an illusion. When so many Indians, 25 of them, died who were visiting Kashmir as tourists. The government claims normalcy, but civil liberties, media freedom, political expression, all of these things have faced restrictions. Also, of course, J&K has been stripped of statehood. It is now a union territory. There are new projects showcased, no doubt. For many years, in fact, there was no elected government. Now we have an elected government in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir with Omar Abdullah as the chief minister. Over the period of 6 years, let me introduce Mohammed Saleem Pandit, who is with me at the moment, senior journalist from Srinagar. What exactly can be said about the impact of abrogation of Article 370? Hello, Mr. Pandit. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Tell us what has been the impact, the influence that you visibly see after the abrogation of Article 370 in J&K on the 6th anniversary of that decision today.
Basically what happened, the abrogation of Article 370 gave birth to two dimensions. One is the external dimension, other one is the internal dimension. In both cases, the external dimension, I mean to say that the neighboring country got annoyed because of the abrogation of Article 370, and they rushed to China and they consulted China because China is also on the border of ours. So the point is, now we'll take the internal problem of this, what happened, what were the ramifications of this abrogation of Article 370 internally in Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in Kashmir Valley, because Jammu people are they are satisfied with what has happened by abrogation of Article 370. They wanted the integration of complete. It is their version. They say that it was the complete integration of Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir with India. And it was this was an agenda of Shama Prasad Mukherjee and all those RSS people and Jan Sangh and BJP and all that. Even the Congress wanted at one point of a time that this article should go. And over a period of time, when they were in the power in Delhi, they eroded it to the extent of getting a chief minister into the fray and changing the nomenclature of the structure of the government and giving it the shape of chief minister and the governor. So what I say now, this time Congress is playing politics in Kashmir Valley in particular. If you just see these visuals, even the national conference.
This is the national conference protest.
Yes,
Yeah.
They are protesting with these placards only the restoration of statehood. That means even national conference has compromised on abrogation of Article 370, and they are convinced that Article 370 cannot be restored. It will never come back. This is why they are carrying the placards saying only the restoration of the statehood. So they will be contented with the statehood. It is what the even Chief Minister Umar Abdullah has been crying for, only his powers, and he wants to be in the saddle with more powers. So the problem is basically they cannot handle it. Basically this is a very is a border state, and you need to have the central overlook and the oversee of this state. This is very important. That there should be the command of the central government, which can at least have the security and the army, whatever, the police and the law and order. It should lie with the center, because the local government cannot handle such issues. Because there is militancy, it has not gone down. Yes, there is a decline in militancy, but militancy is there. It will never go till Pakistan refrains from sending its own militants and these terrorists into Kashmir Valley, because they have their own agenda. They are not, since 1946-7, they have been fighting for Kashmir. So they will never go without taking whatever their motto is. The fact of the matter is, the local politicians, they are working and doing everything at the kind of protest for their own benefit, not for the country.
Yeah.
The matter is, if country is to be integrated and the sovereignty of India is to be satisfied, you should have at least the security apparatus with the central government. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, that if these people want that statehood should be restored, this national conference, if you go back to the history and see, it was only the national conference which wanted this article should go. If you take example of his grandfather Sheikh Abdullah, once upon a time in 1982, he also recommended for the this abrogation of Article 370 at that time, when he was on the deathbed, and he died later in to 1982. But early in 82, he was asking for the abrogation of Article 370 because he wanted full integration of Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir with India. So this time they are all politicizing this kind of an issue. Otherwise, if you go by this, Article 370 speaks only the legislative matters of the state assembly. They wanted to legislate of their own. They don't have the parliament's jurisdiction over Jammu and Kashmir if Article 370 remains there. And I will tell you something very important. Even B.R. Ambedkar, he at that point in 1949, he opposed the incorporation of Article 370 in the Indian Constitution. It was thereafter only the Gopala's anger who just talked to Sheikh Abdullah, and they introduced, it was 306A article, and this was then numbered as 370. So otherwise, nobody in India was happy with the incorporation of Article 370.
So in a way that had to go, but you're saying something very important here. A couple of things. First, of course, you also mentioned that Sheikh Abdullah himself at one point was advocating the full integration, and now whatever his grandson may be saying, even they are now decided that restoration is the only agenda they want to pursue. Abrogation is history. And the issue, what you said about border state, the fact that Pakistan continues to believe that this is disputed territory, and they have managed to run this narrative that India has no business to annex this territory and call it its own, the way it has done through abrogation. So according to our enemy nation, this was a move which was done to get Kashmir integrated into India, something which they are offended by. And therefore, now they are going to continue pushing militants into the region and continue with their agenda of creating trouble. But all said and done, the fact is, has abrogation helped? In a way, you are saying that many politicians are reconciled to it. अब बचा है सिर्फ statehood का मुद्दा. But सुन लेते हैं जो आप कह रहे हैं उसके बारे में, एक दो sound bites हम play करेंगे. Let's listen in to Mehbooba Mufti, and then we also have Imran Masood of the Congress. We'll play Ghulam Khatana of the BJP. So let's get started first by playing out.
ये ना सिर्फ जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए काला दिन है, बल्कि पूरी कौम के लिए, पूरे मुल्क के लिए ये काला दिन है। आज के दिन जो इस मुल्क की कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, संविधान है, उसकी धज्जियां उड़ाई गई, और वो भी कहाँ उड़ाई गई? पार्लियामेंट के अंदर जो रूलिंग पार्टी है, उन्होंने अपनी ब्रूट मेजॉरिटी का इस्तेमाल करके जो हमारे मुल्क के आईन ने जम्मू कश्मीर को एक खुसूसी पोजीशन दी थी 370 की सूरत में, उसको अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली खत्म कर दिया। आप शोर क्यों कर रहे हैं? खत्म कर दिया उसको। और उस वक्त लगा हमारे पूरे मुल्क में जो लोग थे और लीडरशिप थी, उनको लगा ये जम्मू कश्मीर का किस्सा है, हमें इसके साथ क्या लेना देना है। जो हमारे मुल्क के लोग थे, उनको ये पता नहीं था कि एक बार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को सबवर्ट किया गया जम्मू कश्मीर में के अंदर, तो ये पूरे मुल्क में ये बीमारी फैल जाएगी। उसके बाद आपको पता है जो शुरुआत जम्मू कश्मीर से हुई, एक लेबोरेटरी हमको बनाया गया, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को सबवर्ट किया गया, उसके बाद सीए, एनआरसी, उसके बाद यहाँ तक कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जो जजमेंट आई उसको भी ताक पे रख के, जैसे आपको मालूम है उन्होंने कहा था इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया में जो सिलेक्शन होगा उसमें ज़रूर हमारा जो चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया भी होना चाहिए। नहीं माना, उन्होंने दिल्ली की यूनियन टेरिटरी को लेके एक कानून पास किया कि ट्रांसफर जो है चीफ मिनिस्टर कर सकता है, नहीं मानूं। तो मेरे कहने का ये मतलब है, आज भी मैं अपने मुल्क के लोगों से कहना चाहती हूँ, जाग जाओ।
So Jag Jao is Mehbooba Mufti's message. Let's listen into what the BJP has to say on this.
इन्होंने कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने जहां वहां की रीजनल पार्टीज ने आज भारत के लिए एक सिंगल उनकी जहनियत है। इन्होंने लोगों से झूठ फ्रेब करा, कभी सेल्फ रूल, कभी प्लेबिसाइड की बात करी, लोगों को एलिनेट करा, कत्लो गहरत बढ़ी वहां। लेकिन नरेंद्र मोदी जी के जमाने से वहां, और वो खासकर एब्रोगेशन के बाद, लोग एक खुशहाली की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं। और लोगों की अब कश्मीर के जुआ चाहते हैं कि स्टार्टअप स्टैंड अप के जरिए जो विकसित भारत का टारगेट है उसमें वो भी हिस्सेदार, उनको एक उम्मीद की किरण दिखती है।
He's saying the youth are in favor of this abrogation. They are now filled with hopes and dreams. Let's listen into the Congress.
उनको आपने तो सब कुछ उनका ले लिया, आपने कुछ दिया हो तो बताइए।
All right. So, Mr. Pandit, you know, we've just played out across the political spectrum. Mehbooba Mufti ji तो अभी भी restoration of 35A को लेके अभी भी वो placard उनके पार्टी का क्या है position?
Because she is in opposition, she is just playing to the galleries. That's a fact. Otherwise, she also knows it will never come back, and she even understands the. I think the not so much utility of this Article 370 and 35A. Let me be very clear about it. Kashmiris are more or less concerned with 35A because they never wanted to somebody should come and get settled down in Kashmir, and thereafter they will take away the land or the the 2-3 points were there. This is very important. Nobody allows, even the Maharashtra. If you look at Maharashtra, at one point of time when Shiv Sena was at the height of its, so they never allowed the UP people, the Bihar people to get settled in Maharashtra, even in Bombay. Nobody was allowing it. No state is ready to take anybody from other state to get settled there. Yes, they will invite them, they will allow them to be the tourists and the visitors, and they will go back to their places. This is also in countries like America. They don't even give the this green card and all that. And this time, even Trump is just getting these people back, our people back into India. So I think this is a rightful thing. If Kashmiri is asking for some kind of a guarantee for his own settlement, and he doesn't want anybody to get settled down in Kashmir Valley, that is very important. And Jammu people have now realized, at one point of a time when they were saying that Article 370 should go, it will integrate Jammu and Kashmir with India. Now they are also feeling that 35A was very important for them also, because they have felt it like that Bihar, people from Bihar, these unskilled laborers or the skilled one, they get settled in Jammu. And because Jammu is a safe haven for them, there is no terrorism as such in the town and the cities. But in Kashmir Valley, you can see the terrorism even in Srinagar district and the Srinagar city also. So they don't come largely, and even the large investments, I mean to say the big business houses, they have avoided to get any kind of investment in Kashmir Valley, because Kashmir Valley is in the peak of this terrorism. The terrorism is still there. Infiltration is taking place. Militants, these terrorists are being pushed into Kashmir Valley by Pakistan and all that. So they are scared. After Pahalgam incident, I think the people in the country, our countrymen, they got more scared of coming to Kashmir now. To have a business in Kashmir Valley or invest some kind of a business here in Kashmir Valley, they don't even they abstain for doing that. Even people like Ambani or Adani and all that, they have not even invested here in Kashmir, though they can have the security, a foolproof security and whatever, but they don't want to invest in Kashmir Valley.
Yeah, which is why I understand what you're saying, is that it's not as if the environment is conducive now for Kashmir to progress the way the union government has been insisting that the youths are happy. You heard the BJP spokesperson saying that the youths are now more energized, more happy about their future prospects. But if militancy continues, then it takes us back, like the Pahalgam incident. Can you tell us, do you feel that it has taken Kashmir back in a way, because that
Yes,
fear has
yes, yes.
come back, the mistrust has come back, the environment, माहौल जो है अभी वापस उसको बनाना पड़ेगा उस
It
तरह
has
का
it has
माहौल
it,
कि
it has
लोगों में
served as a
विश्वास
jolt.
रहे.
I think it has served as a jolt to the peace which was just coming to Kashmir. And it was the I think it was the biggest thing to happen when tourists were attacked by the terrorists and they were killed after just I think segregating them by being on the basis of the religion, and they were killed. I think not in the last 35 years it has happened in Kashmir Valley.
Yes, yes, yes.
No tourist was attacked by the terrorists so far since 1990 when militancy broke out in Kashmir Valley. But this is the first time that terrorists have attacked the tourists only to boost and give a feeling to and make a news in the whole of the world that Pakistan is a partner to this dispute in Kashmir, this Kashmir dispute, and they wanted to bring the attention of whole world to Kashmir, and that happened. You know, after Sindoor, this Operation Sindoor, it got a more boost, this Kashmir issue and all that. So I think that was a misadventure. I think I don't know how I interpret it like that, but you know, that has also given an impetus to this Kashmir dispute and all that. Pakistan was happy with this only. This is why Trump intervened, and he is telling the two countries, I will intervene and I will be the mediator and all that. I will just get the Kashmir issue settled, which is not to the liking of India. But Pakistan is insisting America or even China. China is they claim to be the partner in the dispute now. It is third country now: India, Pakistan, and the China. China also is just interfering into it now. They say that we are the partner, this party in this dispute. So they have I think three countries now. You know, I will tell you something very important here. You know, when Umar Abdullah fought elections under UT this structure, he not only gave it was a kind of a referendum to whatever has been done by the parliament on 5th of August 1920, because he fought elections under this structure of union territory, and he agreed to be
Yeah.
the chief
On
minister.
the statehood issue also. Yeah.
Yes, and this time he's asking for the reversion of this to come this state to come back only when he felt that he is bereft of certain powers, like having the police and all that other things, like having the powers like a king. So when he felt that I am bereft,
उनके लिए जो है एक तरह से पहले the kind of powers he enjoyed were more than the other states. अब
exactly
उस position से जाके वो बाकी states के मुकाबले भी नीचे स्तर पे आ गए. So for
exactly
him
he was
it's a
downgraded to
very
even
big
even
emotion,
IS.
downgraded.
That's very
हाँ.
important. That really disturbs him. He wants that I should get at least the powers at par with other chief ministers of other states. The point is, Kashmir is not like any ordinary state like Maharashtra or Bihar. This is something else. You know, Kashmir is everybody, the whole world. I have heard only last time I met one Haji who came from after performing Hajj. He told me that Arab people are so much concerned about Kashmir Valley. They were not knowing even where is Kashmir this located. This time they are just asking Palestine and Kashmir. These are the problems. Even Arabs say like that now. This is what I say, that this Pahalgam incident has amplified the whole Kashmir issue to the extent that everybody came to know about Kashmir dispute.
Yeah, so in a way, what I take away from what you said is that while the Indian government was hoping that with the abrogation of Article 370, Kashmir is now integrated, so that entire story of disputed territory is now over, far from it, the matter has reignited, according to you, in the world narrative, and Pakistan obviously is playing it up. And of course, the matter still remains alive because the global audience, of course, has to be convinced as well. You're saying that now Kashmir is taken, in the same breath as Palestine. And that's not
Exactly.
good news for India. That's not good
Yes, yes.
news for India because that just opens another Pandora's box for us. Whereas abrogation was actually supposed to resolve and solve those issues once and for all. कि इस मुद्दे को रफा दफा कर दो, integrate कर दो और खत्म करो. But that has not happened, unfortunately. Pahalgam also, in a way, many believe could be an offshoot of this issue because those who came in said that there is a message to be conveyed. You cannot simply take in Kashmir and not have to pay a price for it. So those sort of sentiments are being expressed from our hostile neighbor. All of these are very important things to observe, and you've put things in context for us, Mr. Pandit. Thank you so much for joining us today, for giving
Thank you
us
very
your
much. Thank you.
inputs and sharing your views with us. Thanks very much.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Well, there was a rally by the BJP as well on this occasion of the 6th anniversary of abrogation of Article 370. Some pictures that I am playing out for you over there. Also, I think we could listen in to some of those who were protesting from the national conference earlier, and let's in fact try and see what they are saying during those protests. There were some who spoke to the media. Let's listen in.
इलेक्शन हुआ, लोगों ने दिल खोल के नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस की मदद की, मैंडेट दिया, और आज ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर हमारे जनाब उमर अब्दुल्ला साहब पिछले 10 महीनों से पूरे जम्मू कश्मीर की कायनात को, पूरे जम्मू कश्मीर के कायाकल्प कर रहे हैं। जोरदार यहाँ पे अपना जो उनका मुजाहरा कर रही है सरकार, वो आपके सामने। लेकिन बदकिस्मती है कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जो लोगों ने मासिव मैंडेट दिया है, उसका भी वो सत्कार नहीं कर रही है, उसकी भी रिस्पेक्ट नहीं कर रही है। सिंगल फेज पावर जो है वो जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर नहीं चल सकती है, नुकसानदेह है। जब तक आप मैंडेट का रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करेंगे, जब तक जम्मू कश्मीर को स्टेटहुड नहीं देंगे, तब तक मैं समझता हूं कि जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर इस किस्म का अमन अमान आना मुश्किल है। आज हमारा देखिए यहाँ पर जबरदस्त पीसफुल मुजाहरा हो रहा था, प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे। हम अपने हक हुकूक के लिए, हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में प्रोवाइड है कि हक हुकूक के लिए आप लड़ाई लड़े, लेकिन बदकिस्मती है कि आज भी पुलिस ने यहाँ पे हमारे साथ जो बर्ताव किया है, मैं समझता हूँ वो कबूलेबल नहीं है।